What's up, girls? I'm back with another video to help you make better decisions in your relationships. And today, I want to talk to you about how you can get over your ex. Dating inevitably leads to having failed or relationships that are more learning experiences than anything else. And sometimes we may have to even let go of relationships that have went on for very long periods of time. But I have a four-step process that you can use and that I have personally used in the past to get over those relationships that didn't work out. And the reason why I feel like this is so important because it is inevitable at some point in time that we are going to have to deal with the loss of someone that we cared about, whether we chose to leave them or they chose to leave us. It's something that we're going to have to deal with. So I have a four-step process that I think is going to be a benefit to you and is going to help you move into your next relationship in an even better state than when you got into the past relationship that you just lost. So the first thing you're going to want to do, a part of this four-step process, is you're going to want to mourn. You're going to want to get all those feelings out. You're going to want to allow yourself to feel those feelings. At this point in time, you're going to feel hurt. You're going to feel upset. You may feel betrayed. You may feel confused. Let all that out. And for how long this is going to go on really depends on you. This may go on for a day, a couple of days, a week, 2 weeks, maybe. But you're not going to want to stay in this mourning period for long periods of time because mourning is very exhausting and it makes it very difficult to go about your daily life when you're constantly enshrouded in feelings and emotions of hurt and suffering. So this is the first step of the process is admitting to yourself that you have these feelings and allowing yourself to feel them. And it's completely okay to feel those feelings. It's completely okay to feel hurt. It's okay to have feelings and emotions and express them and say, hey, I feel hurt by this person. I feel betrayed by this person. I feel like I was done wrong. Or maybe you feel like I shouldn't have done that. This is where I went wrong. I lost someone that I really cared about because I didn't do the things that I was supposed to do. But the first step of the process is getting it all out on the table, letting yourself feel the emotions, because once they're out there, now we have something to work with. Now we can start putting things into place. Now we can start rebuilding. So the second part of the process is going to be to reflect. So this is the part of the process where you're going to look back at what you did and see how you could improve in the future. So you're going to look back and see, did I let someone take advantage of me? Why did I not see this coming? Or if I did see this coming, why didn't I take action sooner? And the reason that this is a very important part of the process is because during the time of reflection is where we're going to make sure that we are not taking the same mistakes that we did in the past into our new relationships. So this is the part where we make sure that our relationships in the future are going to be better and even more enriching than the one we just have because we just learned a bunch of lessons. If you've just spent a large amount of your time with someone else, there are lessons to be learned. And there are things that you learned in that relationship that are going to make your next relationship a whole lot better. One thing is that you're going to know in this relationship, what did I not like? What did I not enjoy? And you can make sure that this next relationship encompasses those things to have a more fulfilling relationship in those areas with this next person. You may even be like, well, I didn't like this about the last person, but I did really enjoy this. And these are some great qualities that he did have. So you can make sure this next person encompasses those qualities as well. This is the time to take responsibility for your actions as well. Maybe there was something that you were not doing, that you look back and you were like, well, I should have spent more time doing this. I could have done this. And you can make sure that you're doing those things in the future. So reflection time is very important in the second part of the process. And this is going to be towards the end of the mourning process. You may still be mourning during this time, but it's going to be towards the end of the mourning process because once you're in mourning, mourning is not a time to make sense of things. It's a time to let the emotions flow. It doesn't matter if it makes sense. It's just a time to get everything out and let it all out and feel the feelings. Once you get down to reflection, that's when you try to make sense of all those emotions. When you try to actually use logic to look back and see how you can improve on your relationships in the future. So the next part of this four-step process is going to be to release. So now you've let everything out and you've made sense of it. You know what you can do better in the future. and you release. You release the anger. You release the resentment. You should feel no resentment or anger towards this person or yourself. You've already had a conversation with yourself and reflected on what you can do better in the future. There's no need to hold on to the feelings of what you did in the past because you're a new person now. You're a person who went through a relationship, you reflected on what you could do better, and now you've made the decision that you're going to do better in the future. So we can release all the emotions towards that person and ourselves. And the reason why this is important, because if you walk around holding a grudge against an ex and you want to prove them wrong and you want to get even with them and get revenge, it's going to lead you to make bad decisions in the future in all areas of your life. Because relationships are so important to us, if we are having anger and resentment in just this one area of our life, it will leak or it can leak into multiple areas of our lives. Having a bad relationship and feeling and not releasing those feelings can lead us to make bad decisions in our careers. And for example, you may know that you should get a job doing what you love doing, what fulfills you. But because you have this anger and resentment towards past exes, or you can even say a specific ex, you may try to get the job that maybe makes more money, even though you're not happy doing it. Because you feel like, okay, if I can outdo this person and make more money than them, then I can get my revenge on them and I can flex on them and I can make them feel bad. Meanwhile, this is the job that you should be doing. This is the job that is going to fulfill you. But because you have these feelings of anger and resentment, it's leading you to make the wrong decision. And this is a real life example that I've seen time and time again of people make this same decision that I'm speaking about right now. So unless you're willing to make yourself miserable in the process of trying to make them miserable, it's going to serve you best to let go of those emotions, let go of that anger, that resentment, that hate. Because truthfully, if you want revenge on this person, I'm going to tell you how. Go forward in life and don't look back. And be genuinely happy and satisfied in your life and in your next relationship. And I guarantee if that person sees you and they see that you're genuinely happy, not fake happy, not faking for the camera, but genuinely happy, they will feel regret for having left you. But at that time, if you're truly happy, it won't mean anything to you because you have moved on. There's no way that you can truly be happy until you've let go of the anger and resentment and the want for revenge. Can't happen. So the last part of this process of getting over your ex and moving on with your life is to believe. Believe that you're going to find someone better than the person you left. You're going to find someone who's compatible with you. You're going to find a person that completes you. It takes belief. When many people get out of a relationship, they lose faith in the opposite sex, which is understandable because I see what goes on. I talk to guys. I'm around guys just as I'm around girls. And I know how guys are. They will make you lose belief in them. Trust me, I understand. But at that same time, you have to take responsibility for getting involved with this person. How did you get attracted to them? So there must be something that you're doing that led you to get into this situation or relationship that led to things not working out. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you did something. It could be something that you allowed to happen. Why did you allow that person to treat you that way? Why did you allow that person to say those things to you? And that's really a big one because you may have not actually done anything to that person and had the best intentions, but why did you choose to do those things, those great intentions? Why did you choose to project them onto someone who may have not deserved them? But you've already reflected, so now you have to believe that in the future, you're not going to make those same mistakes. You're not going to allow those things to occur again. You're not going to get bitter about the whole entire opposite sex because you know that there were things that you did and things that you need to improve upon and that you will find someone that is going to be compatible with you. Because belief is what's going to take you into the next relationship, realizing that everyone's not like that person in the past and that there are other people, plenty of people in the world who would love to be with someone like you. And that you don't have to have a scarcity mindset when it comes to men and that there are more men in the world that would love to get to know someone like you. And this is not you telling yourself something that's not true. It's just you actually believing it, because there are truly guys, yes, for you right now, there are truly guys out here right now who would love to get to know you, who will appreciate you, who will treat you well. And as long as you believe that and you internalize that, you'll do great. So that's my video on how to get over an ex. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about it. Also, if you liked the video, give it a like. And you can subscribe to the channel for more content like this in the future. If you'd like to follow me on a daily basis, you can subscribe to my Instagram, which I will link below. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and this is a problem you're dealing with right now. I really hope it helped. And other than that, see you guys in the next one.